Hi everybody and welcome back to the Stamperia Ooh La La mini album tutorial series designed for Scrap and Create. As a reminder, all of the products that I am using from the Ooh La La collection are linked in the description box below to the Scrap and Create website, so you can just go ahead and click on those links to purchase all of these products to follow along with the tutorial. So let's get started. This will be the final tutorial for the series where we are going to be decorating the inside covers and placing our pages in our album. First, I've cut two pieces of my lighter blue cardstock to 6 3/8 by 9 3/4. I've inked my edges and I'm going to place one piece here on the back cover so that there is a nice border on all the sides, making sure I don't go too far into my score line here because I don't want this to go into the spine section and crease into that fold. Then I'm going to do the same thing with the other piece on the front cover and I'm going to place it here. Then we're going to come back and add some decorative papers in the center. From the 8x8 paper, I have this leftover piece here that I'm going to be using. So it is 8 inches by 4 3/4. And I'm going to be centering this here on the front cover. And then I've cut this one down. It's the same image as on the front. So it is also 4 3/4 by 8. And I'm going to place this here in the center of the back cover. Now, if you want more interactive elements, you can also make this a tuck spot or a pocket. You can just adhere down the sides and make things tuck into it. But I'm just going to adhere mine down and leave them pretty plain. I've taken a couple of the cut apart cards and I'm just going to be placing these on the pages, or these are from the collectibles, I'm sorry, not the cut apart cards. So I'm just going to be adhering these straight down to my page just to give it a little bit of embellishment. I do want to keep these relatively flat just because I do have so much dimension on all of my pages, but if you do want to add some flowers in here, you can do that too. You can add some of the chipboard pieces or the paper cutouts if you want to. Any of the pieces that are left over, it would be perfectly fine if you want to add those on here instead of these pieces. Now the last thing I'm going to do before I put my pages on, I have cut 13 of these. These are 3/8 of an inch wide by 9 3/4 of an inch long. And these are going to go on my hinges. So I'm going to be placing one here and one here. Then I'm going to skip this top one. Then I'm going to come and place one here, here, and here. Then I'm going to skip the top one and then place here, here, and here. Skip the top one, place it here, here, and here. Skip this top one and place one here and here. I will come back when I've put all these on and flip through and show you what it looks like. So all of my strips are on, just the top tab is pink on all 4, and that's where my pages are going to go. So we're going to start placing our pages in here next. And what we're going to be doing is placing these pages down on these hinges, just like this. And you'll notice it will not go any further. That's why we've mitered these corners. It will only go that far and it will stop where that score line is. So there's no way you can push your page down further than it should go. So I'm going to first apply my adhesive on both sides of my tab. I'm going to be very careful and make sure that I do not get any of my adhesive past that score line, because I don't want any to be seeping out once my page is on. Then I'm going to do the same thing for the other side. Then I'm going to open up my pocket between my pages. I'm going to stick my fingers in it so that I can keep it open, and then slide it right down on my tab. And once I get it in position, I'm going to press this down on the front side first, and then checking on the back side, making sure that everything is lined up correctly. Then I'm going to press this down here to seal that page onto that hinge. So now we have our first page in our book. Next, I have the second page. I'm going to do the same thing. I'm going to add my adhesive to the tabs first, and then I'm going to place the page over the hinge. Once I have this page down, I'm going to make sure it is lined up straight. And same thing with the previous page. And once I get that on, it will line up perfectly top and bottom with the first page as well. Now I have page 3, and I'm going to repeat that same process. Once I have page 3 on the tab, I'm going to go ahead and press it down, front and back, and make sure it is attached. And then finally, I have the 4th page, and I'm going to repeat that same process. And just like the other pages, once I have page 4 where it needs to go, I'm going to press it down to the hinge and then turn over and press it down on this side too. So now all 4 of my pages are in my album, and when it is closed, you will see that there is still room in here for photos. And even though there are a lot of flowers and embellishments, it's not too chunky where the book won't close. And everything is dimensional on all of our pages. I've decided I'm just going to keep the pocket photo mats completely plain because I think I'm going to end up selling this album, and I want the user to be able to put whatever size photographs they want. So if they want 2 photos, or if they want a larger photo, if they want a bunch of small photos. So I'm just going to leave them all plain. I have 4 of them cut. They are 5.5 by 9.5. And I'm just going to go ahead and place one of these in each of my 4 pockets. And they will fit all the way into the pocket without sticking out. Now the last thing I'm going to do to finish up the album is use a couple more of my charms that were in the package from Scrap and Create. So I have the suitcase first. It's already on some twine, and I'm going to tie it through this loop here on this first pull so that it will hang down and dangle. So I don't need it to be super long. I did get this tied on here, so it's just dangling down, and you can skip this if you don't want to, or if you don't have charms, or if you don't like the look of it. I just knotted it here, and I'm not going to do this on every one. I'm not doing it on this one because I don't want it to hang out of my book. I'm not doing it on this one because I don't want it to hang out of the book. I put my Eiffel Tower one here, and then I put the Arc de Triomphe here on this last one. So that is it for the Stamperia Ooh La La mini album tutorial that is designed for Scrap and Create. I hope you have enjoyed the tutorial if you followed along for the entire thing, and I hope you will enjoy using this book. There will be a full flip through video as well, which you will probably already see. It's usually the first video that people see, introduces them to the series. But if you're just tuning into this tutorial, go ahead and look for that. And there's a video for every single part of the tutorial. And if you are just now tuning in, all of the products that I'm using from the Ooh La La collection and these flowers are from 49 Market. Everything is linked in the description box below to the Scrap and Create website, so you can click on those links, Purchase your supplies and follow along to build your own album. Thank you so much for watching and have a great day.